And now we have with us in the studio founder and chairman of the Indonesian Village Entrepreneurs Association, or APUDSI, Maulidan Isbar, to discuss more on untapping the economic potential of villages in Indonesia with the APUDSI founder and chairman, of course. And thank you very much for coming to our studio.
You're very welcome.
Yes, so tell us more about this new organization, APUDSI, the Indonesian Village Entrepreneurs, and what are its missions?
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. First of all, that the village is we called Alpha and Omega. Departing from the anxiety of the worries about the village itself, the village seems like the second area inferior to the city, which is all the necessity of the life of the city is supported and supplied by the village. So APUDSI wants to remind that the authenticity of the Indonesia is the village. And also APUDSI wants to gather all of the business actors, gather from diverse background, businessmen, and also expertise. And also APUDSI, like the Galacticos in Real Madrid, contains all the stars who comes from the village, and also will be anchored to the village finally.
Oh, very interesting. We cannot live without our villages, that's for sure, the lifeline of us.
Definitely.
Yes. So what do you consider are the most untapped potentials of villages across Indonesia?
Indonesia food potential is huge, especially we are passed by a ring of fire, so that make our volcanic activities much and make our soil become very tall, right?
Yes.
And then if you talk about the agriculture, about the plantation, we also cannot far away from the land. And the land, who own the land the biggest, only the village in our countries. Yes. Because mostly the territory in Indonesia is the village, and the city is very minor, right? And also, if we talk about the food security, our president already launched the program Free Meals Nutrition, which means we call that like the geopolitical food bargaining. Actually, if we live with another countries, in quotes, actually we can live by ourselves because we have more surplus, our food surplus potential, right? Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about, you mentioned about food as one of the potential that we can tap from the villages across the archipelago. What are needed to develop this potential in your opinion?
Actually, to develop this our potential is especially about the export commodities.
Yes.
Because we are consist of more than 75,000 villages in our countries, and also there are 23,300 villages that have the superior commodities, and these superior commodities only 2,400 villages have the superior commodities access. So what we have to do, we have to intervene to help the export access, because in our calculation is if every 23,300 villages can be helped for the export, that will be turned over around 27 trillion rupiah per year, contribute to our economic GDP national, right? Okay. And this is obtained from 23,300 villages. Access like the digital marketing, access also like the helping from the legality, aspect also for the capitalization and also the funding. We have to unlock that, because for contribute to our GDP, like the Prabowo said, our president, for get in touch to 8% our economic target, actually village can help that to increase the number of that.
Okay, so we need to open the access for
Yes.
them. You mentioned about how we can use social media and also logistics as well. So let's talk about technology. How can technology play important role or being utilized to develop the village's potential?
First, the use technology is very impactful, because especially about the informational technology, that's definitely direct impact for economic growth. For example, the McKinsey study globally in 2019, the economic digital is contribute around 22.5% to the world economic contribution, and also from World Economic Forum estimates a prediction forecast This year, what economic digitalization can contribute around more than $100 trillion. So Indonesia has a big part for involved to that games, right? Because we have many villages, and villages consist of many people also. So which means if many people, many business, because consist of the people is problem, and consist of the problem is the business.
That's interesting. So we know that the village economy in Indonesia faces challenges. You mentioned this briefly before, limited infrastructure and also lack of participation. What strategies that APUDSI is proposing or will implement to strengthen economic resilience in the villages?
The strategy is contained of three pillars of APUDSI. We have three pillars. The first is empowerment. We have to empower our member, which means is our village business actors, to improve their skills, human resource skill. We have many trainings program. After the human resource skill has been improved, the second pillar is we have to get to the prosperous. So finally become sustainable operation, good profit, good margin. After that also achieve, we get the beneficial aspect because we have the ideology of Pancasila. In the fourth principle is gotong royong, which means is together, grow together. So that's APUDSI will help is that's from three pillars. From the we called our slogan is berdaya, sejahtera, and bermanfaat because this is very important to make all of the business village actors become sustained. Not only sustain, but have the principle. Not only have the principle, but can be give the welfare to the others, not from himself.
Okay, self-reliant and also sustainability.
Yes.
Yes, very important. If you may share your opinion, how would you assess the government's current efforts in developing the economic potential of the villages in Indonesia?
Yeah, the Prabowo Gibran government has a very concentration about the village economic development program, which means like the free meals nutrition. In the Astachita also consists of the about concentration village development. So our president and our government right now is very linear and relevant with the concentration about that actually Indonesia needed because long time ago, actually before our republic exists and established, our village has been resilient through many years, through many centuries. Our village has been exist before. So the keyword in this is who government looks and seen village as the main point, our country will grow. And the strategy that the government has put right now is very clear, and free meals nutrition program is very accurate because our president said around 900% will be intervened to the economic development in the village, around equivalent with 8 billion rupiah per year, only from one program. How imagine if there are more than 5 programs, more than 10 programs that will be intervened and also give the best impact to the villagers and also will give the village economic impact.
So can you share us your closest agenda and also the target that APUDSI wish to achieve this year?
Right now, currently, we are focused to build our human infrastructure.
Yes.
So APUDSI, because we are the newest organization right now, this is departing from our curiosity, our worries about how if the village cannot maintain well. The closest right now, we will create an event, the Declaration Program National.
National Declaration of
next
APUDSI programs.
Next week in Jakarta, all of the business village actors from all of the area in Indonesia, from province will gather in Jakarta and we will declaration. After that, we will go roadshow and also inventory all of the database who is the business in this sector, who the guys business in this sector. So the country will be make easier because we have one database prime. When president needs like want to see who is the businessman played in the south, we have the data. Who is businessman from the craftsman, we have the data also. So this will make the government easier for decide the strategic decision and also strategic development program in the future.
So best of luck for all your future programs and also for the national declaration next week. Thank you very much for coming to our
You're welcome.
studio.
Thank you so much.
Yes, our pleasure. So that was our conversation on untapping the economic potential of villages in Indonesia for today's Business Talk. In the meantime, don't forget to follow our socials. We are available on Instagram, X, and YouTube at City News. And we're also available online at citynews.com. Stay with us.